Good morning. Thank you for calling Energy Plus. My name's Francesca. How can I help you today?
Well, I'm ringing up to give my meter reading. I was meant to have a person come, your engineer come today. It was booked in, but I had a text message. It was due in about half an hour's time, but I've had a text message saying that you've cancelled. And I didn't want this smart meter in the first place. Someone convinced me to get it last time, and I'm just really frustrated, Francesca, that it's a Saturday. I only get 2 days off each week. And now you've cancelled last minute on me, and I've rearranged my whole day. My wife and child have gone out. I'm pretty annoyed, to be fair.
I'm really sorry to hear that, sir. Just so that I can get that sorted out for you, could I start by taking your name?
Yep, it's David Williams.
Okay, it's nice to speak to you, David. I'm really sorry to hear that you've had a bad experience today. I completely understand how frustrating it can be when you've rearranged plans, you've made the day available, and then someone doesn't commit to them. So I'm really sorry to hear that, and we'll get that sorted out for you today.
Right.
Is there anything else that I can do before we look into that?
Well, like I said, I need to do my meter reading as well because, to be honest, at this point, I'm not even interested in rearranging another appointment because, do you know what? These smart meters, you just hear so much about them anyway. And, I've got two friends that they said theirs have disconnected and they ended up giving meter readings themselves. It just seems a headache, this completely. I'm just at the end of my tether with it.
Yeah. That's no problem at all, David. If I could take your meter readings first and we can get those uploaded and then you know that you're sorted. Yeah. If I could just go through a couple of security details and just double check you're still at the same address.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Is your address still 10 Bluebell Drive, November Echo 1 2 Alpha Alpha?
That's correct.
Okay, thank you for confirming that. So I am now on your account. Are you able to give those meter readings now?
Yeah, it's 54.3 kilowatts.
Okay. Well, the good news for you is that you've actually not really used that much electricity, so it's going to be a really cheap bill. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of a smile today. I know that in the current cost of living crisis, it can be quite difficult. So this bill is quite low compared to the other ones. So there's a little bit of good news. Could I just ask a few more details about your smart meter appointment today? Was it a colleague of mine that booked it for you originally, or did you sign up for it online?
No, I spoke to someone about 3 weeks ago.
Okay, I'm just going to have a quick look at the notes on the account. Would you mind if I just put you on a silent hold for a moment?
Yep, no problem.
Okay, thank you. Okay, David, I have just had a look at the notes on the account, and there is a note from the engineer today apologising that he's unable to attend. He's had a family emergency and had to head home. I understand that must be completely frustrating for you. As you said, you've rearranged the day, your wife and your child have gone out, you're left at home on your own, haven't been able to participate in that activity when you just have those 2 days off a week. If that was me in that position, I'd be really frustrated myself. So I am sorry. What we would like to do is just offer you a voucher today, just as a compassion to try and resolve that situation. So we are going to offer you a £20 voucher on your account today. Is that something that you'd be interested in, David?
Well, I guess it softens the blow a little bit, Francesca. Yeah, thank you. And I know it's not your fault, but it's just, like I've explained to you, this is, my time's pretty precious, especially with my young son, and it's just left me really frustrated, this has.
I completely understand that. And again, sorry about the situation. Hopefully that £20 voucher that will be applied straight to your account will soften that blow even further.
Yeah.
And again, it's going to make that bill for this month even more reduced.
To be honest, Francesca, I know you're trying to help here, and I do appreciate the gesture of goodwill, like I say, but I don't want this smart meter now. It's a headache anyway. I'm going to be completely honest. Like I've told you about the two friends that have said it keeps disconnecting in their house, and with all these rays and stuff going around, it worries me, to be honest. That I read something in the press about this causing cancer and all sorts. So can we just knock it on the head now, please?
Okay. Could I just double check? You've talked about friends that are using smart meters where they're disconnected. Do you know whether they're also with Energy Plus or whether they're with other companies?
No, they're with a different company, but it's the same technology, surely.
Okay, we do actually have a slightly different one. So there's a couple of different smart meter brands. We've made sure we've put a lot of investment into the process to use the top of the range ones. We do not have the same complaints that other companies do about smart meters disconnecting. We are aware of the fact that a lot of people have this as a common issue. We've made sure that that's not something that our customers face. So I can assure you of that. One thing that I do just want to kind of confirm with you is you will have been told when you booked your last appointment that you would be receiving a 5% discount on your bills moving forward from having the smart meter. That is directly related to having a smart meter, and unfortunately, if you are unwilling to confirm a new appointment, that's not an incentive that we would be able to offer you any
great.
further.
So the gesture of goodwill just goes out the window because you've cancelled an appointment then?
Again, I do appreciate that it must be really frustrating to have had that cancelled appointment today. What I would like to do, if possible, is book a new appointment for you. I understand the concerns that you've already told me. What we would do is when your new appointment is booked, we would also send alongside a qualified engineer who can show you the smart meter, show you through how it works and alleviate some of those concerns. We would have that additional 5% discount back onto your account, and we would raise that gesture of goodwill offer from £20 up to £50 for the inconvenience that you've suffered.
Right. To be honest, do you know what? Like, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, times are quite difficult at the minute, and I think the measures you seem to put in place is going to really help me out. So, but I promise you, Francesca, if they cancel once more, if there's any more problems, that's it. I don't want you contacting me at all. And can you please make a note of that on the system?
Yep, I completely understand. When you've already been let down once, you don't want that to happen again. What I'm going to do for you, David, just to make sure that doesn't happen, is I've put a note in my diary of when I will put a note in my diary of when we'll make the next meeting. And on that day, I'll call the engineer myself, make sure that everything's going ahead, and I'll give you a call just to confirm that the engineer will be turning up.
Well, what if you're not at work that day?
Okay, well, we'll make sure that we book it on a day when I'm at work, as long as that works, and if not, I will pass that on to a colleague.
Okay, all right. Yeah, go on then, go ahead.
Okay. Just so that we can make sure that this is at a time of your convenience, when would be the best time for you for us to book an appointment?
Well, definitely not this weekend, because I've only got one more day off, but any weekend after this one.
Okay. Well, why don't we make sure that you get next weekend to enjoy with your family since you've missed this one, and we'll go for the weekend after that. So in 2 weeks' time, on the Saturday, would you be happy for that appointment to be at 9 a.m. in the morning so that it's out of the way for you and you can still enjoy the rest of your day?
Yeah, I think given history here, then that'll be a safe thing to do, yeah.
Yeah? Okay, so we'll get that appointment booked in for you at 9 a.m. 2 weeks today. I have had a quick look at my rotor and I am at work that day. So what I'll do is I'll give the engineer a call as soon as I start work, and then I'll give you a call just to confirm that he will be attending. Is that okay with yourself?
Yeah, thanks very much.
No problem. So what we've done for you today, David, is we've taken those meter readings. Again, I do apologise that you have had to call up and that your appointment was cancelled. We have given you a gesture of goodwill of £50, which is being applied to your account. And we have rearranged your smart meter appointment. It will be in 2 weeks today at 9 a.m. And we'll get that sorted within 30 minutes. A qualified engineer will attend that and they'll be able to show you through the smart meter and alleviate any concerns that you might have. You can cancel up until that point, as long as it's within 24 hours notice at no charge to yourself.
Okay, right. Will you send me a text message or an email with the details of this new appointment, please?
I certainly will. I'll send you an email right now, and you'll also receive a text message the day before just reminding you about the appointment.
Yeah, hopefully it's not a cancelled one like this morning, you know?
Yeah, as I said, I will make sure that this goes through. I'll call the engineer myself, and if anything is going to happen, then we'll get the backup engineer there to make sure that this one goes through.
All right, thank you. And listen, I said before, I know it's not your fault, but just, you know, I'm very, very annoyed at this moment.
Completely understand. I've been there myself. It's nothing to worry about. Thank you for your time today. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, thanks very much.
Okay,
Cheers.
No problem. Enjoy the rest of your day, David.
You too. All right, bye.